You know the numbers, obviously. Philadelphia grew 0.6% in the last 10 years. Hispanic community grew 45%, and they're now 12.3% of the
Sure.
city. So, what has the mayor's office done to reflect this change, and what are your plans to keep doing it as a candidate?
Sure. I think there are a couple things. One, we can do more. There's no question about that. And notwithstanding the fact that we've been shrinking the overall size of the city government, I wanted to stay particularly focused on how we continue to create diversity in the city, the city as a place, and the city government in particular. I am most proud of, we just recently had a naturalization ceremony that was pretty much organized by David Torres, who was in charge of our Global Access, Global Language program for the city of Philadelphia. We're trying to ensure that we're communicating with as many different language individuals as possible.
Mr. Mayor, one of the concerns that the community had was um, having more than one Latino. Is it about having more than one Latino, or is it about having the right people?
It's about having the right people. But I think we can never ignore, again, representation.
Do you think there are any specific challenges of finding people with those qualifications among Latinos?
No. I mean, we have highly qualified people who are of Latino background. I think the greater challenge is whether it's Latino, white, Asian, black, or anything else. I think first it's that people have to decide whether they want to work in government or not. Public service is not for everyone, and you certainly don't do it for the money, because most folks are not making a whole lot of money in public service. The resources are often not what you'd like. The pay, as I mentioned, is often certainly not comparable to what people can earn in the private sector. The hours are long. The appreciation often is low. And so, I think there's no particular challenge for us in terms of recruitment or identifying highly qualified Latinos, as there is not in any other community. I think our challenge is, excuse me, people identifying themselves as being particularly interested in coming into city government, and then, is there a position open? Does the money work for them, and all the other things that people look for? But now I'm excited about the prospect of having more Hispanic and Latino individuals in our city government, if that's what people want to do.
Mayor Nutter, what are the biggest challenges that you have faced as mayor of Philadelphia in the last few years and a half, and what would you say are the biggest challenges ahead?
I think unquestionably the biggest challenge has been the recession. No one saw a recession of this magnitude coming at us, and certainly it came pretty early in my tenure, and caused us to do any number of things that, quite honestly, we didn't really want to do, but we did because we had to do. I think we're going to feel the aftermath of this recession, most economists say, for a number of years. But to be honest with you, in the current environment, not losing anymore is almost a win. I mean, for 2 years, we saw precipitous drops in revenues in the city government. We finally started to stabilize in the summer and fall of 2010. I've certainly experienced a lot, learned a lot, and grown a lot in this job, and I have a much better sense today, even than I did before, of the kinds of things that you can do, but I think more importantly, the kinds of things that I have to do in order to truly move Philadelphia forward. So, in this job, the work is never done. You make progress, and then you move on to the next challenge, but there's always more to do.
How have you failed Philadelphians?
Um, well, I probably wouldn't necessarily use that term. I think that I've not achieved some of the things that I wanted to. I want a lower crime rate here in the city of Philadelphia. I want more of our young people to graduate from high school and go on to 2 or 4 year or career technical education program and be lifelong learners. The poverty rate in the city, we have the highest poverty rate of the top 10 cities in the United States of America. Now, I'm not, on the one hand, I think it's almost impossible for a mayor to have a significant impact on the poverty rate of a city. That really requires state and a whole lot of federal support. But I need to put more attention and focus on that particular issue. We have a significant literacy problem in the city of Philadelphia, and I put $1 million into the Mayor's Commission on Literacy, but I'd like to do more. So, I mean, I think that, you know, what I've tried to do for myself and for the city is set very high standards, set very high goals, and constantly push us and stretch us to meet those goals. But, you know, I did the things that I said I was going to do when I campaigned 4 years ago. I said we could reduce crime, and we have. I said we can increase educational opportunity, and we have. I said that we could create a better economic environment, and we have. I said that we could do more business with minority firms and female firms and disabled business owners, and we have. And I said that we could run the government with integrity, and we have. But I want to do more. And we've started a number of things. I want to finish those things, or at least get close to the finish, and do more things. Play it straight up and do what needs to be done. And we let the chips fall where they may.
Karen Brown was here last week. She was very tough on you. So I wanted to ask you,
I would expect. What else is she going to do?
I wanted to ask you what do you think she could contribute to Philadelphia if she was elected?
I'm sorry?
I want to ask you what could Karen Brown contribute to Philadelphia if she was elected?
I have no idea.
Okay, thank you. You gave us a similar answer to hers.
I'm sorry?
You gave us a similar answer. Her answer was similar, actually. Okay.
Look, I have a record.
Okay.
And I have a really good record. And I'm very proud of my record. But, you know, I understand we're in a political climate, and someone else running for the same office is certainly not going to be complimentary. The things that I talked about, everything that I shared with you here this morning, you can find another source to verify it. It's all documented. It's all real. You know, I respect the political process, but I just happen to think that if you're going to run for office, you should actually know what you're talking about.